Hey, Teacherland. So this is video number 2. I'm Tim Smythe, the Eisner nominated author of Teaching with Comics and Graphic Novels. And I posted a video initially to kind of introduce this topic. I am knee deep in writing my second book, and so I thought I could just share maybe some tips, things that worked for me in getting my book published, because I want to encourage others to do the same. We need you to share your voice to inspire the next generation of teachers. I want to learn from you. And we learn best when we learn from each other as educators. We need to help control the conversation about the awesome and amazing things that are going on in our classrooms, and so we can ignore all the noise. So today, with the help of my own kids, came up with a hashtag for this, hashtag Tim's TWT. That would be Tim's Teacher Writing Tips. And if you notice, my videos are going to be unedited. I just want it to be a conversation, one educator to another. I am exhausted. Today's the first day back after spring break, and so you know how that can go. We only have about 36 days left in the school year, and my mission is to hopefully get my second book finished by the end of the summer. So I thought I could bring you through this whole process. So today I thought I would talk about how to find a publisher. And I put this whole video together, and then I wound up deleting it because I wasn't honest, and I want to be completely honest with the process. So let's start with I don't have an agent. I decided not to go that route. And the funny thing is I decided not to go that route because I thought I would only ever publish one book. And here I am knee deep in the second one. And who knows, there might be more. So I had to do a lot of this work on my own. And so I have no problem with agents. They can help you in a lot of ways to get a good contract. They can explain a lot of the process to you, but I'm a history teacher. I like to do a lot of the research and things like that. So again, I decided to do it on my own. So it sounds like a simple idea, but I literally went to Barnes and Nobles. That was my first stop. And I went through, I mean, this is my book, but I went through the bookshelves and I opened up in the education section. I took a look at what kind of publishers are publishing. And so I just went to the publisher information. And what I did then was I looked at the different titles. I looked them up online, did a lot of research. I still do old fashioned note cards. And I wrote down the name of the publisher and the contact information and the email addresses. And I literally just sent out a lot of emails with, I thought, a really good solid proposal of exactly what I was going to do, some sample writings. I'll talk more about that in another video about what my email looked like. And so I did a whole lot of work. Got a lot of no's. And as I say, it only takes one yes, right? So I was really, really lucky. Lauren Davis from Routledge Ion Education said yes. And the process actually was, it was peer reviewed. They took my proposal and sent it to professional reviewers that they have worked for the company. And they went through. So it wasn't just one person, and they weren't just trying to make a buck. They wanted to make sure that my book had real value to the marketplace, to educators and things like that. So I was really honored to be part of that process. So I went through all that, and to be 100% honest, and this is what I did not put in my first video, and I don't know why I was almost embarrassed. It almost felt like I was cheating, but I didn't. Here's what happened. AJ Giuliani, who's a fantastic author, keynote speaker, all the things that he does, inspires a lot of people with his own educational material. We follow each other on social media. We used to work together. He was a fantastic staff developer, language arts teacher at the high school where I still work, before he left and went down the path that he did. And he really helped me a lot. And in fact, he's the one who encouraged me to start sharing what I was doing in my classroom in the first place. And so I'm very indebted to AJ. So AJ realized that I was hitting a wall, that I was ready to give up. And he actually sent me an email and had CC'd Lauren, the editor from this company, and said, hey, you want to check out Tim's work. And so AJ's already a renowned author. He's already in the space. And that got my foot in the door. But I still had to go through the process, right? I still had to go through the peer review process, all those sorts of things. But I think another key part of this that I was missing out on the first video is sometimes it's who you know. There's nothing embarrassing to reaching out to. Now I know lots of educator authors. I've contributed chapters to some of their books. We've worked together through the process. And so he got me in the door, but it was my job to convince the publisher of that. And so maybe we can help each other. Maybe I can help you as well. And so you never know what's going to happen. But if I hadn't had the organized email, if I hadn't been ready to go with this, I didn't send like a 1 paragraph, hey, here's what my book might be about. I was ready to present like, here's my book. It's really already there. I just have to, put it together, those kinds of things. And so again, I'll talk about that process in another video. So you never know what's going to happen. Social media process, social media presence, I should say, is really important, unfortunately or fortunately, in the publishing world. It really helps you to, that the publisher knows that you can sell yourself. Do you go to conferences? Do you present? Are you on TikTok and Book Talk and Instagram and, all that kind of stuff? You don't have to be. I do peer review for Routledge now. I've reviewed some books and some I've said, yeah, absolutely, let's go with them. And other ones I've said, nah, I don't think we're ready for this kind of a book. And the final decision, of course, is up to the publisher. Forget where I was going with that. Like I said, I wasn't going to edit these. I'm tired. Like I said, it's been a long day. But in terms of that whole process, the social media thing can't hurt you, but you don't have to. But we can talk about that too. I can talk to you about creating a website. Super easy. I'm not a tech guy. A hashtag for yourself, all those kind of things, Facebook pages, but that'll all come down the road. So anyway, long story short, go to the bookstore. And just take a look at what the titles are that are there. What's Barnes & Noble selling? Who are the publishers? What do you notice over and over and over again? Are there certain publishers that publish the kind of books that you want to do? Is yours more of a philosophy book? Is yours more professional development? Is yours more like chicken soup for the soul, like you want to inspire teachers? So take a look at what they're doing. And it doesn't have to be an educational publisher, but certainly that's a good place to get started. And then also take a look at people who are on social media, who are authors. Look them up on Amazon. Who are their publishers? Hey, I read this person's book. I really like their book. I'm going to reach out to that publisher too. And then one of the things you have to do is you have to compare and contrast your book with other books that are out there in the space. So that's also part of the research process as well. So anyway, again, I said long story short, really, I'm talking to you. Go to Barnes & Noble's or a local bookshop and start just right now. Do it this weekend. Take a look at the titles. All those people are people who went through the same process. It's intimidating. It's scary. There's a lot of self-doubt. Like, who am I to write a book? And I'm just a teacher. And all those things that they do to us, because teachers are supposed to be humble. And trust me, we need your voice. I'm not saying anybody's going to guarantee that you're going to get published. But worst comes to worst, you're going to know that you tried. And so hopefully this helped to kind of get you started. So again, the hashtag will be Tim's TWT, Tim's Teacher Writer Tips. This is my first book, Teaching with Comics and Graphic Novels, something, of course, I'm super, super passionate about. And hopefully we'll tune in for video number 3. Thanks.